same stupid questions. All right, number 1. When is the last day of class? I'm sorry, what?
4th or 5th?
14th.
Judgment Day. Ow.
Dollar.
It's in
When is the
December.
last day of class?
December 3rd.
And what day is that on?
Tuesday.
Everybody look right quick. You know, your calendars in your phone? The Monday. So let's write that down. Everybody write that down. So, because we got to discuss this, because y'all are not a Monday, Wednesday class. So we got to figure this out, okay? Yeah, we have to figure it out because some students lock down on this. Last day of class is Monday, December 3rd. Do you show up on the 4th? No. Will there be some dumbasses come up here? Yes. All right. Therefore, Thursday, somebody look on your calendar and tell me what Thursday is before the 3rd.
29.
11/29 is your last day of class. Is Math 109 and 111 last day of class. Everybody got that? Okay, so therefore you won't show up. I'll be in here working on stuff and y'all won't show up looking all, lost. When is exams? Exams are December the what? 4th through the what? Questions say 4th through the what? I'm sorry, what? Are you sure? Or are you just saying that? Okay. 4th through the 7th. We'll look in just a minute when we look at the bonus question that's on the test. All right? Do I give a final? Yes, I give it online. Do I want to sit here and grade your papers? Hell to the no. Okay, that's busy work. Your exam will consist of 1 exam, 2 attempts. And the reason I give you that attempt is not so you can make a better grade. The reason I give you that attempt is for those of you that take the final exam during a lightning storm. Okay? 2 attempts. It takes the highest grade. And it is cumulative of everything that we have what? Learned. So if I don't cover 15.1 and 15.2, you're not responsible for 15.1 and 15.2. You're responsible for whatever test and homework we have covered. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, during the last week of class, several things will be happening. Last week of class and finals. When y'all are working on the last week of class and finals, I'm going to be working on some stuff too. I'm going to be going into all these classes that I have in MyLabs Plus, and I'm going to be fine-tuning the grade book. So, Hubert, we'll be fine-tuning the grade book. All right? The reason I have to put that is some of y'all are going to see some things happening to your grade book, and you're going to act really stupid. And you're going to come and email me and say, oh, blah, 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 blah. Now, y'all do this, okay? I'm not making this up. There's a 0 on my homework 4.3. Did you do homework 4.3? No. What the heck are you supposed to get? A biscuit?
I'm like a biscuit.
I'm serious. This is what some of y'all do. Oh, I didn't take the Unit 1 test. Am I going to get a 0? No. You're going to get a trophy. So, I will be fine-tuning. Well, what about 10.1? We didn't cover 10.1. Well, look at it. It's grayed out. What does grayed out mean? If something's grayed out online, what does that mean? It doesn't exist, or it was taken out, or it was omitted, okay? I will be going through and taking out some of the stuff that we haven't covered, and I will be assigning zeros. Okay, now that means assigning zeros. The computer will go through, when I tell it to do it, I don't know if that's spelled right, I will be assigning zeros. I will go through and assign zeros for incomplete work. That means if you didn't do numbers 6, 7, and 8 on homework 2.1, it's going to mark those as wrong and give you, instead of 100, it's going to give you a 89 or a 92. Okay? If you didn't do all of 5.1 homework, it's going to give you a 0 for that whole section of homework. Okay? I also, let's see, fine-tuning gradebook. I'll be assigning zeros and making sure that everything is weighted appropriately. So if let me give you an example. I always get the I and E mixed up, so if I spelled that wrong, I hate it. Let me give you an example. If I take out 3 sections of homework, what's that going to do to the other homework that you've done? If everything's weighted, what's it going to do? It's going to make the homework that you've done more weight, because those points that went with 10.1 and 10.2 homework that I omitted have to be distributed somewhere else. So you might see some changes going on that last week. So everybody is supposed to run around in circles and panic, right?
All right.
And call me at least 15 times. All right? Now, also during the last week, you may see something happen to your homework and test. Homework and test, question mark. Let me ask you a question. If I give you back your test and I accidentally didn't grade the last page and everybody got 20 points on the test, are you going to raise your hand and say, Hubert, you forgot to take off the 20 points on the back page? Is anybody going to do that?
Not
No, they shouldn't. So if you see something given to you on a silver platter, are you going to say, well, I don't think that's right. I think Hubert messed up. Let me call him and make sure he does this. So, yeah. Are you going to do that? No. So if you see something happen the last week of class on MyLabs Plus, and it's to your advantage, then you should what? Appreciate it and take advantage of it. Not, oh, well, I don't think that's right. I better call Hubert and see. Let me write him an email and say that I'm confused. Listen, these people end up on live PD. I am serious. These are questions that I get. All right. Who's got another question? Who's got question on any of this? How long will the exam be? Usually my exams are between 33 and 40 questions. Usually. They're all multiple choice, just like your test. It's just like your test, expanded version of your test. If you take Unit 1 test, Unit 2 test, Unit 3 test, whatever it is, and scrunch it together, that's my final exam. So it's not going to change any process that you're used to. Okay?
Space awful.
Now, what I'm going to show you today, I'm going to show you the Unit 3 test and the Unit 3. I broke up Unit 3, I think, into 2 or 3 sections. I can't remember. But it's Chapter 3. You did the quadratic, the complete and square. I did throw that one in this semester to kind of give you a good grade. And hopefully after 55 problems, 100, let's see, how many did I give you? 150 problems. Most of you should have made at least a B or better. Okay? After that left the rest of Chapter 3, which is pretty much simple after you can do completing the square. Okay? And then Chapter 4. Now I went ahead and I opened up Chapter 4 test, and I opened up the Chapter 4 homework until Friday. After you see what's in Chapter 4, you might say, oh, that's not a problem, because most of it is either calculator work or simple algebra. Okay? Everybody got a question? All right. I just went and changed everything. So if your class, I need somebody, if somebody would get your laptop out for a few minutes with just one person, and on each campus, Anderson's already checked theirs. Pendleton, if you would, Easley, if you would, and Oconee, check your homework and check your test for those two sections. They should start on the 13th. The test should start on the 13th and end on the 20th. There's two of them. And then the homework should end on the 15th. But I probably extend that to the Monday after, okay? But go ahead and check to see, and if anybody doesn't see those two, the 13th through the 20th, right? Is that what the test was? Yes. 13th through the 20th on two tests, and then the 15th on the homework for Chapter 4 and the rest of Chapter 3. Just take a minute and read, okay, before you start asking 15 questions, read it and see if you see two tests that end on the 20th and homework ending on the 15th for Chapter 3 and Chapter 4. Some of Chapter 3, the rest of Chapter 3 and Chapter 4.
There's no Chapter 4.
We have the test in Chapter 3.
There's just Chapter 3.
Okay, who said no Chapter 4? Easley?
I
don't see it either.
Okay, let me go to Easley first.
Yes.
Okay, Easley. There's Easley.
I was really so tired. And my computer.
Okay, there is the test. Right there, Unit 2 quad and Unit 3 test trans. It should say 9:13 to 11:20, 11:13 to 11:20. Do y'all see that here at the Anderson campus? Y'all see that right there? Okay, let me go back to the homework now. Who else said they didn't see it? The test.
I see the test, but not the homework.
We saw the test, not the homework.
Okay, well, y'all need to specify. Does everybody see the test?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's go back to the homework. Okay, the homework for Easley campus. Didn't even take. I hate. Sometimes I hate. Be nice, Hubert. Be nice. I've already done this. I feel like I've done this like 15 times this morning. I think I have.
How do we sort of be there?
Okay, people, quit trying to spaz each other out. It's not going to be that bad, okay? Chapter 4 is not that bad. Y'all are trying to spaz everybody out. And if you don't get it done, I'll expand it. But I just wanted y'all to go ahead and look at it for the next few days. All right, now look at it and see if you see it. Easily.
I'm refreshing it.
And Pendleton said they didn't see it either.
It's still not there.
Did you refresh it?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm going to look at Pendleton's now. Yep, didn't change Pendleton's either.
I saw it, but it's
1, 3, 4, 6. All right, Pendleton, check yours right. Hold on a second. All right, Pendleton, check yours. And I'll go back to Easley. Where's Oconee? Oconee, did you check yours?
Yeah, the only homework I see is 3.3 and 3.4, and then I see the quad and test trans test.
All right, so you see everything except for Chapter 4. I can't find Pendleton. There they are. Did I say Pendleton or Easley?
Easily.
Easily. I'm changing it. Did y'all see me change it a while ago? I know I changed it. Yeah, it says 11:15.
I think it's because you.
Oh, it doesn't. Freaking. Signed and unassigned. Oh, Russians. There. Hold on, let me hit save. That's why it's not showing up. Okay, now easily check yours, and let me go back to Pendleton. That's probably what's wrong with Pendleton.
We have the multiple things. It says assigned.
It's there.
It's there.
All right, now hold on. Hold on. Okay, I think that's what was wrong with yours, Easley and Pendleton. Now let me go back to Oconee. Check yours, Pendleton, and Oconee. Find Oconee again.
All right, it's up.
Okay. All right, and Oconee. There it is. Same thing with Oconee. It says unassigned. And I try to, they told me, the bureaucrats told me I should put the dates, and it's been a total cluster since I've done that. Next year, I'm gonna tell the bureaucrats, I'm gonna say go to hell. I'm gonna tell them.
Let me just,
You gotta put in the dates and because they need to know when to.
So this is wrong.
What? On which one?
Especially clearly take.
Okay. All right. Now check everybody. Oconee, check yours. I think it's fixed now. I hope. Okay.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
I'm gonna go to the test, and I'm gonna pull up, and before y'all spaz out on the first test. I think most of y'all are gonna be okay with the first test. Okay, because it's pretty straightforward. Okay. So let's look at the first test, which is called Unit 2 Quad. And this is basically the rest of, is everybody listening? Y'all can put the laptops up now because I don't trust any of y'all. Okay, sorry. After people tell me that, they watch movies, that pretty much did it for everybody. All right, so here we go. Piecewise function. Now, the first thing you're going to do is draw a graph. So get your graph, take your piece of paper or your piece of your notes and draw a big graph. And I want you to draw negative x plus 3 and x plus 5. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do the same thing as soon as I get my whiteboard pulled up, or my transparent board pulled up. And I'm going to draw a big graph right here. And I'm going to move this over. And in red, I'm going to draw negative x plus 3. Now, y'all know how to do this because it's a linear, so that's method 1, method 2, or method 3. I'm going to do method 1. Okay? So I'm going to take my handy-dandy x and y, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. Negative 2 into x would be a positive 2. 2 plus 3 is what? 5. Negative 1 plugged into x would be negative 1, which is positive 1, which is 4. 0 plus 3 is 3, and y'all see the pattern? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And plot that point. Negative 2, positive 5. Negative 2, positive 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang old Sesame Street. Negative 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 3. 1, 2. And 2, 1. So we got a line that looks like that. Everybody with me? Now, what does it say right here? X is what? Okay, so let's find x is greater than 0. Where is x greater than 0? Right there, right?
Right.
So that takes away the left side of the red line. Now, is that a greater than and equal to, or is it a greater than? Greater greater than or equal to, so that means it's a what kind of circle on the end?
Colored in.
It's a dang old colored in circle. So, BA circle right there.
Circle of color.
Yes, there you go. Thank you. Don't use red. Somebody might be offended.
Navajo.
Huh? Dang old Pocahontas. Now, blue. X plus 5. X plus 5. I take my handy dandy. X and Y, -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. -2 plus 5 is 3. -1 plus 5 is 4. See the pattern? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So -2, +3. -2, +3. I think that's right in there. -1, +4. Right in there. 0, 5. I think that's right in there. And of course it looks like this. Now this says X is less than what? 0. So we're going to take our handy dandy green marker and highlight this side. Right there. So what does that mean with this part of the blue line? It doesn't exist. So we're going to take, and what kind of circle goes on a less than? Dang old open. So you take your, is open, is that offensive to anybody?
Yes, sir.
We can say not closed. There you go. Now which one of these looks like that? And we are very smart. Dang old what? Let's see if we know what we're doing. Hot dog. Give me a gallon jug of water. Next question. And that would be overall grade. Now let's read these questions because it's coming up to the end of the semester and we don't want to ask DA questions. So make sure you read these questions. 20, 10. We don't have quizzes, so that means that one of them is going to be 30% because I don't have quizzes. Oh gosh, can't do that. Use a graphing utility. Calculator drill team. Get your calculators out. Let me pull up my handy dandy calculator. I'm pulling it up. Just hold on. You'll be all right. I'm going to write the question down as soon as I get the calculator out of the way for you. That's 5s, or just x. You really don't need a x. I mean, s, it don't matter. 5x squared, that's a 5. 5x squared minus 175x minus 7,500. Now, what is this? It's C, but what is it? I heard somebody say it's the y-intercept. Yeah, that's right. It's the y-intercept. So your window is going to have to cover at least 7,500 for you to see what? The graph. Because the vertex is always a little bit above or below the y-intercept, isn't it? So your vertex is going to be around 7,500. So you're going to have to set your window to where it will cover 7,500. Okay, I'll shut up and let you work. It shouldn't take you too long on the calculator, though. It'll take me about 10 minutes to type it in because I suck at the calculator, so, which is a good thing. If you suck at using a calculator, that's a good thing. All right, so at 5, y is equal 5x squared minus 175x minus, thank you, No, you're supposed to wait until after I get through. That's when you're supposed to do it. Minus 7,500. Not only don't communicate, but really suck at communicating. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. All right. Now, the first thing I'm going to do, you can hit graph, but you're not going to see it because you only got like 10 on your y-intercept, so that's not going to help you. So I have no idea where it's going to be without completing the square, but I know it's going to be very skinny, and it's going to be opening upward, correct? So it's probably, and it's got x-intercepts, so it's probably going to be in the bottom two quadrants. I have no idea. Okay? So, but negative 7,500, I'm going to go to negative 10,000. So I'm going to set my window. I really don't care about the, I'm going to go from negative 100 to 100. I have no idea if that's going to work or not. That's x. You can adjust x however you want to, but your y-intercept basically tells you what's going on. 10,000, and I don't know, make the top, let's make it 500. And graph. It's a miracle. So which one is it? Well, we know it's not A and B. So even if you're non-sentient, you should be able to at least narrow it down to what? 2 answers, because it's a positive 5. You know it's opening upward. So it looks like what? D? Everybody should ace this test. Will they?
No.
No. What? Oh. What do they want? The x-intercepts? Okay, somebody tell me the x-intercepts, please. Oh, Lord, I'll do it. X-intercepts, let's go. Second, calculate, 0. And left bound, let's do the left one first. Somebody write these down because I'm not going to remember them. There's that one. And I got negative 25. Let's go to the other one. 0. Right, left bound is right about there. Right bound is up there somewhere. And left, or there's a good guess. I got 60. So go back to your handy dandy cursor. And I done forgot. Negative 25, comma, 60 is probably going to mark it wrong because I didn't stand on my head. But well, as long as I got the numbers right, that's all that matters right now. We're just going over the test. Okay? Okay, this one is not very difficult. All right, first of all, you've got an exponential function. All right? An exponential function is not always going to look like a parabola. All right? Why? Well, let's look at an exponential function. Just take your calculator, and let's say you don't have a clue what you're doing. Just type in y is equal to 2 to the x power. All right? Somebody type in 2 to the x power and then delete, 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 delete. I hate calculators. I hate them with a passion. 2 to the x power. 2 to the x power. It's twice as hard when you're working on this one. And let's look at it. And of course, you're not going to see it. Let's go zoom 0. Zoom 0 is okay, I'm about ready just to quit. Zoom 6 for standard. There. Okay, look at that. You see that type of curve? It's kind of like a logarithmic curve, all right, or an exponential curve. Logarithmic and exponentials are always going to give you some kind of a one-sided shape, okay? So let's go back and type in whatever this thing says. 2x to the 5/3. 2x to the 5/3. I'm going to put in parentheses 5 divided by 3. And delete. No, I better not hit delete because it'll freaking go crazy on it. Oh my Lord. I'm fixing to lose it. All right, graph. And there it is. Because this is not an exponential function where the exponent has an x in it. It is an exponential function. And look at your family of graphs. Look at your family of graphs back in Unit 1. Family of graphs. That's that page that I broke up eight sections. What is 5/3? Somebody change that to a number. What is that? 2x to the what? 1 and what? 2/3?
Yeah.
Which is 1.67. Is that odd or even? Is 1.67 odd or even? So we have an odd exponential. So that's going to take this out because this is a what? That's a parabola. That's a quadratic. Takes this one out. Oh, me. Things I do for y'all. Okay, so it's either A or D. Now look at your family of graphs. Your family of graphs is going to show you this is a positive. So your family of graphs should show you that odd power looks like that. So which one is it? It's A, because this is negative 2x to the 1.67 power. Okay? So that's not it. So it should be A. So this is a calculator drill. Calculator and parent graphs. So even if you don't have parent graphs, you should be able to get it right because you have a calculator and you're on the calculator drill team. Next. 0, zilch. Let's read that one. If a student does not complete homework assignment or test, what grade will be given for that assignment? This is the one where students come up to me and go, my grade went down. Find the equation. There you go. There's the one question that I told you was going to be on the test. This is your solving systems of equations. So go ahead and work diligently. I'll put the y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. There you go. Ax squared plus bx plus c. Plug and chug, get 3 equations, 3 unknowns, and start solving. And for those of you that don't know, that's x and y in those parentheses. You should know that. Okay, so is Alabama, Clemson, and Georgia going to play the YMCA teams this weekend?
Oh, yes.
Who are they going to play this weekend?
Everybody teams this weekend.
Daniel High School.
Who's Clemson playing?
That's Duke's football team.
Duke. Oh boy.
Oh, David Cutcliffe's a smart man.
Who?
David Cutcliffe.
Who's
He bought
that?
Duke. That's
Get
Duke's
out
head
of
coach.
here. Don't try to get Duke credit. Get out of here.
Long as those SAT scores keep going up at Duke, their football teams are going to suck. All right.
Thanks.
Who is Georgia playing?
Oh, Georgia? Probably nobody.
When do they play Georgia Tech?
Not this week, but the next.
So who's Georgia playing this week? Who's Alabama playing?
So,
You're kidding.
South Carolina, Chattanooga.
Oh boy, Alabama's going to play the Citadel. You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they really are.
Texas State.
You know, there is a rule that you should. Did maintenance ever show up?
No. No, sir.
That's good. All right. There should be a rule that you shouldn't be able to. It's called the bullying rule. It should belong in collegiate athletics too. And Alabama playing the Citadel should be under that rule.
They're gonna blow them out of the water.
Hey,
Anybody predict 117-2, maybe?
Georgia plays University of Massachusetts, UMass.
UMass.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna watch movies this weekend.
Yeah, this is the week before rivalry.
So this is Cupcake Bowl 2.
Going into
This is
rivalry.
okay. The first week and second to the last week, Cupcake weeks. I guess they're expanding. 35 is equal to A times -3 squared plus B times -3 plus C. 3 is equal to A times 1 squared plus B times 1 plus C. I don't know, you might not be able to do that one. That one's kind of tough. My neighbor wouldn't be able to do that one because she can't raise 1 to the second power. She keeps calling me to do that on a calculator. 5 is equal to A 2 squared plus B times 2 plus C. All right, I did that much for you. You should be able to do the rest. Georgia plays who?
UMass. LSU plays Rice.
Notre Dame play.
Ohio State plays Maryland.
I hope Maryland beats the crap out of them.
Oh, yeah.
If Michigan State had any semblance of an offense, they could have beat Ohio State.
Texas plays Iowa State, and that's probably going to be game day. Those are 2 ranked teams.
UCF.
I got Iowa State on the upset.
And I want to know, what's Oklahoma going to do when they meet somebody like Alabama?
They going to get stoned.
They have no defense. Oklahoma and Oklahoma State, it was like 142 to 141. I mean, they have no defense.
They play Kansas this week. Oklahoma.
Maybe Oklahoma gets to play Ohio State. That'll be a great game. Of course, if Ohio State beats Oklahoma, they'll go straight to number 1. All right, so 35 is equal to, what's -3 squared? You are so smart. Minus 3B plus C. 3 is equal to 1A plus 1B plus C. And 5 is equal to 4A plus 2B plus C. And there is your 3 unknowns and 3 variables. The 3 variables, 3 equations. So now I'm going to pick these 2 and those 2. And I'm going to make that small again. And that's going to be 35 is equal to 9A minus 3B plus C over 3 is equal to 1A plus 1B plus C. And then 35 is equal to 9A minus 3B plus C and 5 is equal to 4A plus 2B plus C. Now the good thing, what's the good thing about both of these? You've got opposite signs, haven't you?
Yeah.
For the B's, so that's going to make things a whole lot easier. I'm going to multiply this guy by what? 3. And I'm going to multiply this guy by 2. And this guy by what? 3. All right, go to it. All right, y'all check my math, make sure I didn't screw up nothing. All right. So what happens to my 3 B's? They cancel, and the 6 B's cancel. And now I'm left with 35. I'm sorry, 35 plus 9 is not 35, Dort. Suck. Dang old what? 44? 44 is equal to 12A plus 4C. Then over here, 85 is equal to 30A plus what? 5C. And now you've got 2 equations, 2 unknowns. Now we'll go over here. And we'll do 44 is equal to 129, or 12A plus 4C. And then 85 is equal to 30A plus 5C. Now what will 99.9% of you do? Get rid of the what? The C's, unless you just like punishment and you want to get rid of the A's. I'm going to get rid of the C's. I'm going to multiply the top by -5 and the bottom by what? Positive. And that's going to give you, let's say, -5 times 44 is going to give you what? -240? I'm sorry, what? 220, thank you. So that's -220 is equal to -60 minus what? 60A minus 20C. It's kind of rough doing this in your head and doing it at the same time. You just got to bear with me. Let's see, that'd be 340. Somebody check that. Is equal to 120A plus 20C, and the C's go out, and 220, dang old 120, what's -220 plus 340? What's -220 plus 340?
160.
Is it
120,
160?
sorry. 120. 120.
I thought it was 120. I just need verification 15 minutes later. -60 plus 120 is 60A, and dang old A is equal to what? All right, let's start your back substitution. let's see, 60 be what, 15, 3. C is 3?
No.
It's not? 25, I'm sorry, C is 5. Is C 5?
Yep.
Back substitute B and C, A and C. 5A, B. 18, 35 minus 18 is what? 17? 17 minus 5 is 12. Dang old, negative 4?
Yep.
B is equal to negative 4. All right, so we type in 2, negative 4, and 5.
You don't have to write it in.
Oh, we got to write it in that y is equal to, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of intersection of 3 lines. I'm in another world. Sorry. Okay, so that's going to be 2. Do they want it in terms of A? I guess they do. Or 2x squared. 2x squared minus 4x plus what? 5. Thank you. Thank you for helping me out. That communication does so many things. Look there. We smart. Next question. We slow. We ain't going to never finish this test. All right. That's what y'all are supposed to say. No, look, we got a whole hour left. We're good. Up there, for those of you that's going to explode, I didn't mean in class, okay? Some of you are, we got an hour left. All right, another piecewise function. Now, you should be able to look at this. Okay, use your family of graphs. Negative 2x. Which way is that one going? Left to right what? Left to right down. So I'm just going to draw this. I know that one line is going left to right down. I know the other line is going what? Left to right up, right? Now I'm not even doing any math right now. I'm just using my critical thinking and common sense. What is x more than 0? X more than 0 is where? Right here, right? So with that line going down, we got to erase the left-hand side, right?
Right.
So I'm going to take my eraser and I'm going to erase that side right there. We know we got a big dot. So big dot goes there. Oh, whatever. You know what I mean. The things I do for y'all. There you go. All right, and this one I'm going to color yellow. X is less than is right here. So that means I've got to erase what? I've got to erase this side of the 2x line. So I take my handy dandy eraser and I erase. That ain't gonna work. Oh well, y'all get the point. I'm gonna put me a open circle, or whatever non-offensive word we can use for open circle. So that is the line going that way, and this is the line going that way, and just kind of think of that as a not a line right there.
Non-binding circle.
There. Okay, so we got a non-closed circle here, and we've got a non-open circle here. So, which one does it look like? Not a dang one of them. Okay, it'll be right here, like this. This right here will be down here. Hold on. I was not using any math. That's why so this will be, forget it. It's this one right here, I believe. I think it's C.
Yeah.
Now, see, you can actually do that without even plotting any points. Except you have to remember it's at the same origin because it's the same line, 2x and 2x. So anyway, that's C. And what this is basically doing is basically taking unit 1 and unit 2 and doing what? It's putting it all together. What's this one doing? We got a horizontal shift and a vertical shift. Somebody tell me what the horizontal shift is. It's always opposite, Hubert. That's right. So it's going to be 3 to the what?
Right.
3 to the right takes care of C. C is gone. Okay? We got 3 to the right, 3 to the right, 3 to the right. Now, remember, when it's written like this, you take the opposite of this guy, and you bring this guy, what? Down. You don't take the opposite when it's written like that. So that means we got a vertical shift of 1 what? Down. That takes that one out. That takes that one out. Wow.
See,
You think?
I think so.
What's the vertex? The vertex is 3, -1. I'm not going to do the parentheses because we're in a hurry, because some of you are going to start self-combusting. 3, -1. And that is B. Next. Okay. X squared, square root of 2. Somebody do that right quick.
Yep.
Okay, if it takes you 15 minutes to do this problem, we need to meet after class because it shouldn't take you 15 minutes to do this problem. Bring 6 over, divide by 3, x squared is equal to 2, take the square root of both sides, you get the square root of 2. Hubert and Russia has conspired. Throw you in a van and do what? Make you vote for somebody you don't want to vote for.
That woman gonna get arrested down there in Florida.
No, Hubert, keep your mouth shut. Hubert, do not say a word.
Hey, did you see they made the convict vote? What's it, the killer? What's his face?
I'm not going to say
They
nothing.
registered in the vote.
Florida's the only state where you get early vote and late vote.
Oh, it's,
You get to vote whenever you want to. Don't vote before the election or after the election.
Stacey Abrams, she's still protesting that she didn't lose.
Keep your mouth shut, Hubert. Keep your mouth shut, Hubert. 5x cubed, 5x cubed, 5x cubed, 5x cubed, 5x cubed. It's going to look something like this. Mouth shut. There we go. That's going to look like. What's the 5 going to do? You know, I'm going to say this one thing, okay? When I played football from like 6 years old to my senior year of high school. Tried to go freshman, but I partied too much. But we ain't going to talk about that, all right? I want to tell you something. When you get your butt whooped, what you're supposed to say? What are you supposed to say? Good game. And go on with life. Not today. Whenever you lose an election, you're supposed to blame everybody else, and you're supposed to keep trying until you win. That's all I'm going to say. All right, so what does that 5 do? It's going to make it skinnier. It's going to make it look like that. And basically, you just need to use method 1 and plot some points for it. -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay? -2 is what? -2 cubed is what? Negative what? -8, Hubert. -8 times 5 is -40, Hubert. So that's going to be 40.
Hubert.
-1 cubed is 1, -1. -1 times what? 5 is -5.
Hubert.
What? 0, I'll do this one for you. So, now I would probably go with that -2 and -40 because that's the one they want. You can do -1 and 5, but that's kind of, so go to your handy dandy cursor. Let's click on me a larger, dang old, I rode the short bus for 2 weeks. Make it a little bit bigger. There we go. And hit graph. We know it's supposed to look like a curve. I guess this would be the closest one. I'm looking.
It was exact.
I know, but I'm trying to find that's a cubic tool. That's cubic. This is a cube. So I'm going to go with -0. Let's see, is it telling me to do anything, or am I just going to do 3 points? All right, so here's -2, -40. Now somewhere it should have it there. There it is. See the little thing right there that tells you -40? Okay, until it says -40, you don't mash the button. I have to explain that. -1, negative what? Go down until you see the little do-jigger. There it is. And then 0, 0. And then what? 1 and what? It's a miracle. Well, it kind of helps when it says down here, when you hover over it, it says 4-point cubic what? Tool. So 4 point means that it needs what?
4 points.
4 points.
10 points.
Next.
When I had that one in the homework, I did it just like that, but it told me I like picked the wrong points to follow.
Did you send it to me?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, we'll go over it. Not today, but we're going to go over it. Don't do the test until we go over it. Just work on chapter 4. We'll go over this stuff next week too. Or what's today?
13.
No, today. Okay, Thursday. We'll go over it Thursday. We'll go over all this Thursday again too. Homework more. All right, toward the end of the unit, here we go. Next, we got to hurry because some of them people in Pendleton are going to blow up. All right, so here we go. 36 divided by 25. What is the square root of 36 over 25?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear anything. All I heard was duh.
What?
Duh. That's what I heard.
6 over 5.
Thank you. That's called enunciation and volume. Unlike, not like one of them people drooling on the sidewalk. All right, determine if a function is quadratic. Is this a quadratic function? Yes, it's a parabola. Concave up or down? Down, because it's open and downward. And it's in a concave down, that's the mountaintop, so it would have a what? Maximum point. If you miss this one, don't tell anybody.
Maximum decimal degree.
Okay, is this 5 attached to the x? No, it is not. It's attached to the function. It's not attached to the x. So this is a vertical what? Vertical shift, Hubert. Thank you, class. -5. So that takes care of this one. And it takes care of this one. So here, you have to find out, look at your family of graphs. Somebody tell me, look at your family of graphs. Which one is it?
B.
It's either A or B. Look at your family of graphs for the square root function.
B.
I'm sorry?
B.
B is in Bravo. Okay, write this one down. We're going to kind of scoot. We only got 15 more to go and 4 minutes. I'm keeping the truck, Pendleton. It's 4 minutes left. Okay? All right, so write this quadratic down and put it in your calculator. I mean, not now. Do it homework. Write it down. 0.476. Y is equal to 0.476 x squared plus 27.901x plus 187.274. They want you to graph the function from 0 to 9, so that means look at it. Window, I would probably put 0 to 10 on x. And then, what's the y-intercept? Well, that's going to have to be pretty, so I'm going to say y would be from -10 to what? 200 for y in your window so you can actually see what's going on. Okay, they did it to 500. See the Y? They did it to 500. So do it to 500. So that way you can actually see. All right, I'm going to go to the next one. Go ahead and take a picture of that one right quick so you know what it's asking if you want to. Or just write, just ad lib A, B, and C because I need to move on. Okay. Write that one down. Sketch. 3x squared plus 6x minus 6. What are we going to use here? The calculator or completing the square? You can use either. You've already took the test on completing the square. And if you made an F on that one, that's just pure T laziness. Okay? So with that being said, I'm assuming everybody made a B or better on it. Okay? You should be able to use the calculator or completing the square on this. Either one. 3x squared plus 6x minus 6. Okay, that one's really difficult. X squared plus 49 equals 0. I'm giving y'all too many goodies on this one. I need to go back and change it. Find the this, they want you to do this in the calculator. Okay, I think. But it's a quadratic. X squared plus 4x plus 20. I think they want the x-intercepts. X squared plus 4x plus 20. I got one more minute. This is a vertex. What's the vertex? 4, 9. And they want you to find the x-intercepts. I'm trying, just bear with me. I know some of y'all are going to have a heart attack. Okay, what is the square root of 28? The square root of 28, 4 times 7, be 2 times the square root of 7. Write that down. X squared minus 28 is equal to 0. X squared minus 28 is equal to 0. So that'd be 4 square root of 7, or 2 square root of 7. This one, vertical and horizontal shifts, I'm not going to worry about that one. Y'all should know that one. Another quadratic. This is a calculator drill. Do the window in your calculator, negative 10 to 10, negative 10 to 10, negative 5x squared minus 2x plus 7. Which way is it going? It's opening what?
Downward.
So that takes care of D and what? A. So I think you should be able to get it between those two. And the last one is a bonus. So y'all should be able to work on this test. If you don't want to work on it, that's fine. Work on the chapter 3 homework and chapter 4 homework, and then come in with questions, send them in, and we'll work on those questions Wednesday. See y'all. Have a good weekend or a good week. See you Thursday.